I'm actually a YouTuber, and I'm very interested in Ukrainian culture, and all these like Vyshyvanka clothes look so beautiful. So I'm wondering, would you be able to give me a bit more explanation to me and my audience as well about like any like stories about these clothes? You know what this flower means, or like yes, is there anything you can just tell me about this Vyshyvanka?
Well, yes, Ukrainians are very, very keen on embroidery.
I see. Yeah.
It is very, very popular. In fact, on stone figurines dating back 5,000 years, there are geometric patterns engraved from the collar to the waist on these little stone figurines, showing that this practice of embroidering clothing has been around in Ukraine for a really, really long time.
I see.
The cathedral in the capital has frescoes of the royal family wearing embroidered garments. And there have been burial sites where they've excavated and found little bits of embroidered cloth in 11th century.
Wow, that's like all ages ago. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow, this is like all the traditional clothes that has been inherited from generation to generation. So like the clothes that we are wearing today is pretty much the same that people are wearing like back to 11th century. Is that right?
Yes, based on those traditions that have been kept alive 700 years ago. There's a lot of shirts that are embroidered in black.
I see. Yeah. But these are more like a red area.
Yes. But 700 years ago, there was a Mongol Tatar invasion in that area.
Remember. Yeah, for the history. Yeah.
And many of the men were killed. And the
Okay.
women in that town decided that for 7 generations, they would embroider with the colour black as to show their sorrow, as a sign of mourning, a sign of mourning the lost.
I see.
But now it's been 25 or 26 generations later, they are still embroidering in the black.
Wow, it's just so well inherited. Just people keep the memories just
Yes.
by keeping their clothes style.
That's right. But it's got to be remembered though, there are many regions in Ukraine where the colour black is not necessarily for sorrow. It can also depict something which is joyful because it represents the black earth, the black beauty earth of Ukraine, and it gives rise to life. And so you can even find wedding garments that are embroidered in black.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Wedding dress in
Yes.
black. Wow. How about that one? Just the one you're standing next with. Is that one like kind of special?
Well, this one is the same idea. It's from the same region as these ones with the black thread.
Oh yeah, I see the similarity there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was also a practicality because Ukrainians also have many black sheep, and they would use the black wool from the sheep.
Like sheep, like the animal sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they would use this to embroider with.
Oh.
Gave it a bit more texture too.
Oh wow, interesting. Oh.
And because of the snow, it's very bleak and no colour around. So Ukrainians colour their garments.
Yeah, it's
They
so
become
cold.
very
Yeah.
colourful so that in this bleak surrounding, you've got tremendous colour.
I see. Yeah.
A lot of their geometric designs, they're supposed to represent the mountains themselves.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I just spoke to one lady from there. She told me like Ukrainian people can tell which part of Ukraine you are from just by looking at the Vyshyvanka you are wearing.
Yes.
It's like so like for people wearing this kind of Vyshyvanka, it's like they're from the mountain area.
Yes, that's
They could
right.
tell.
That's right.
Yeah, wow. Yes. That's a unique culture.
And it goes further than that. Sometimes they included little motifs, a little bit of cross-stitching or some sort of motif that represented a particular family line. And so
okay.
you would be able to tell that that person's your relative because they have that same motif design on their shirt.
Oh, I
So
see. So like,
It was even possible to find family members.
will there be more refugees coming to Australia and in particular Sydney? Is Australia taking more refugees? Like because of what's going on between Russia and Ukraine?
I believe that there have been about 7,000 visas issued, but I think that only about 4,000 have come. But Australia has supported Ukraine very much. We're very grateful for that. They have sent military help. Not men, but they've sent weapons.
Weapons.
Well, trucks.
I see.
Trucks that are needed. And humanitarian aid.
Oh yeah, like any like life goods, like whatever stuff Ukrainian people need, they send them to.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
yeah, even like clothes maybe, clothes or just daily supplies really.
Yes, but granting the visas for Ukrainians to come here and have refuge to be safe we're very grateful for. So,
But like since Australia has offered this help, how many? As you said, we have like maybe roughly 4,000 out of 7,000 have got their visa and made their way to Australia. Is that right?
yes,
Like,
they have.
and have seen like so like. Is there like a? I mean, what about the rest of 3,000? Or like, are they still don't want to leave their home because Ukraine is their home? Or is there anything to actually stop them coming to Australia? It's not. It's only roughly half of those people who actually made their way to Ukraine.
I believe.
Made their way to Australia.
Well, I believe I believe those figures are right. But yes, you're right. Some of them prefer to stay close by to Ukraine, like in Poland. Or Romania, Moldavia, just in case things get better quickly, they can return quickly to their country. But also there is a big expense in flying to Australia. It's a big cost, and many Ukrainians wouldn't have that sort of money to be able to fly to Australia, even if they have the visa.
Yes, that's the issue. Even if they got a visa, if the flight ticket is just not affordable for the Ukrainian people, they can't get on the airplane. There's no way they can get to Australia, even if they have the visa. That's one problem. Yeah, it's just yes.
But also, I do think that many of them want to stay close by so that they can return quickly.
That makes more sense. Like if the war can finish sooner, they can easily fly back home instead of from Australia to Ukraine. I think that will take like 16 hours flight maybe. Like you fly to Istanbul, I assume, and you transfer from Istanbul to Kyiv maybe.
Or even through China or Arab Emirates or something like that. And it'll take maybe 25 hours, 30 hours.
It's really long flight. Yeah, I see I mean I've been living in Sydney for quite a long time, but I still haven't seen any single Ukrainian refugee around because I know the war has been happening for more than 100 days. But I think what Australian government is doing, I haven't seen any refugees around. I've been really offering help. But yes, they are help.
They are helping. They are helping. A lot of the ladies that were in the Shivanki today modeling, they were all refugees.
Oh, wait, so those beautiful girls I just met, they are refugees?
All from Ukraine.
They just came here like maybe several months ago.
Many of them, not all of them, but many of them are. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Many of the people here today in the hall are also just recently come from Ukraine.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I haven't met them yet, but yes.
This lady here has just come from Ukraine. The lady behind you has just come from Ukraine.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey, yeah, I mean,
This lady, Lisa.
Lisa, yeah. Did you just come to Australia from Ukraine?
Yes.
Oh, can you? I know it might be a little bit sad to recall, but how hard it is for you to get into Australia from Ukraine? Like,
it was really fast changes.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, it's hard to be.
Yeah, my apologies. I shouldn't let this girl to recall these bad memories. I was just wondering, yeah, because like I know the war has been happening like for more than 100 days, but I've been keep living in Sydney for a while, but I haven't seen any Ukrainian refugees around. So I was wondering, did Australia really help Ukrainian people get here? But now I see you. Yes, Australia government is doing their thing, and we do have Ukrainian refugees here, and
Of course, it's a lot of people. It's a lot.
oh,
Really, many people.
so it's not just we have a lot of you like refugees like in Sydney here.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I studied TAFE and I know a lot of refugees who try to upgrade English now because we really need it and Australia needs this good. And maybe in my group it's 7 girls.
Oh, okay.
It's really
But I think you girls can learn English for free, right?
yes, now CBA gives free TAFE.
Free TAFE. Oh, okay. So like, is there a way? So let's say if you successfully finish your English language course, so you can speak good English now. I mean, your English is already really good. I can see.
It's only 2 weeks and it takes.
Oh, you learn like wow, but so you learned English before, I think, like before you came to Little. Yeah, but you speak good English already. Yeah. And TAFE, you are doing a good job.
Yes, really, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, so let's say after this program, after you successfully finish your English course, is there a plan that you really want to do in Australia? Like, what's going to happen next after you finish
I
studying
know
English?
every refugee really love Ukraine because we haven't planned to came to Australia
Oh, yeah.
not like a tourist. It's really beautiful country, but we really love our country. And
Yes.
I don't know. I want to go home. Maybe.
It's hard to.
But
Yeah.
I have little daughter and I want I know she must be in safe place now.
So your daughter is with me, right? With
Yes,
with you,
me.
with you.
You know, she's 7 and she's studying in school.
Like a local school here.
Yes, public school.
Oh, public school. I see. Wow. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you have been settled down in Australia very well. But yeah, but so yeah, I mean it's hard. So let's see, in the foreseeable future, as a Ukrainian who just escaped from Ukraine, do you believe the war will finish very soon, or you can't actually see the war is finishing in the foreseeable future? What do you think?
I don't know, I think that's sorry, my English is
Oh yeah, sorry, my question is too long. So, as a Ukrainian, do you believe the war will finish very soon, or you still say?
every Ukrainian hope the war finished this year, but we really hope it must be finished. But I don't know when. I can't make a guess.
Yeah, I see. So right now, yeah, as can I have Lisa, right?
Lisa,
Yeah,
yes.
as Lisa just said, as a Ukrainian, right now she still can't see when the war will end, and we can see like how homesick she is. She wants to actually go back. Australia is a beautiful country, despite the fact that it is.
But
Yeah, but still, as you can see, Lisa wants to go home. That's her homeland, and she's settling well in Australia, but she's still hoping one day, hopefully just this evening, she can get back home as soon as possible. Yeah, just start her normal life. Yeah, I can see like the clothes you are wearing, the culture. Yeah, I mean,
we have had perfect life. We had really good people.
yeah, I can see how friendly Ukrainian people are. Like, even like me as a foreigner, I just approach you and you're willing to share your experience with me, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, stop the war right now.